Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle, presenting the roast of Steve Miggs. Limited tickets left for this live roasting.
We're all going to slap each other.
Yeah. Woo! Well,
that's probably not a good selling point.
All right, well, Steve's going to get a verbal assault. How about that?
We're all going to get assaulted.
Yeah, well.
Verbally.
The entire KISW crew is going to be there. The men's room, Ryan Castle, Taryn Daly, and, of course, we got those special guest roasters.
Yep, Craig Gass, great comedian, great friend of the show. Has known me, he's known me for about 20-something years, actually. So if anyone's got some fun dirt and fun stories to share, it's going to be Craig Gass. Walter Jones, I kind of look like Matt Hasselbeck, so I think that's why he agreed to it. We're both bald.
Okay, well, there you go. You have so much in common.
And Adam Gerke, I love when he was asked to be a part of the roast of Steve Miggs. He goes, "You mean the unroastable?"
Oh, yeah.
So I think I'm screwed.
Oh, yeah. He's going to prepare. And, of course, we got live music, too, from Glenn Cannon and The Damage Done. This is going to be a heck of a night. And it is Friday night, April 15th at Snoqualmie Casino Ballroom. Just a few. We only got about 40 tickets left to this. So, you got to get them. If you want to be there, you want to help out Smash Seattle because part of the ticket proceeds going to that, get those tickets now at KISW.com.
Let's play B Miggs. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. B Miggs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. B Miggs. You're a loser. It is time for B Miggs. It is time to turn down for tentacles. Charge out through Release the Kraken. Yeah. We got almost as many as goals as we have tentacles last night.
Dude.
6-1. That was so amazing, and I missed most of it.
I did too, honestly. It was on too late, man. Those 7:30 LA times are BS.
That was I was like, okay, 7 o'clock. I'll, watch the first two periods, and then it was and it's 7:30, and we're not starting yet. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, I think they start the games in LA later probably because of traffic and just how people's lives. I don't think
it's LA. Everyone's fashionably late, including their hockey games. Let's get to our contestant today. We got Scott in Seattle. Scott, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. Goodbye. For those playing at home, Scott will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Scott, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
The 22nd Amendment to the Constitution limits the president to how many terms?
2.
Yes. Who was the first woman to fly the Atlantic alone?
Amelia Earhart?
Yes. Which European country gave birth to margarine in 1869?
Brussels. I don't know.
No. Who directed the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Spielberg.
Yes. Which state is known as the Badger State?
Wisconsin?
Yes. Which decade did Marty McFly go back to in Back to the Future?
Marty. The 50s.
Yes. What is the name of Dr. Evil's cat in the Austin Powers movies?
Mr. Bigglesworth.
Yes. Disney's live-action remake of Dumbo was released in what recent year?
2020.
No.
2019.
Yes. Kate Gosselin starred in the reality show John and Kate Plus what?
8.
Yes. How many feet are in 7 yards?
21.
Yes. Which European country gave birth to margarine in 1869?
France.
Yes, and because of that, Scott, you get a perfect 10. Whee, there we go. Look at that.
Wow. My God, I got to get me a song ready over here.
Yep, get yourself ready there.
Oh,
We'll have to see what happens because Steve saunters in, the unroastable.
The Saunterer.
Yes, the Saunterer.
There we go, buddy.
It's a terrible name.
Yeah, it's a really bad name.
I don't want to say anything, Steve, but get ready to be humbled.
Oh, look at that. Smack talking. Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Let's go.
The 22nd Amendment to the Constitution limits the president to how many terms?
2.
Yes. Who was the first woman to fly the Atlantic alone?
Amelia Earhart.
Yes. Which European country gave birth to margarine in 1869?
France.
Yes. Who directed the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Steven Spielberg.
Yes. Which state is known as the Badger State?
Honey Badgers. Crap. Oh, man. I can see it, but I can't. North Dakota?
No.
Oh, man. Wisconsin.
Yes.
Wow.
What decade did Marty McFly go back to in Back to the Future?
The 50s.
Yes. What is the name of Dr. Evil's cat in the Austin Powers movies?
Little Evil?
No.
Little P word?
No.
Oh.
Wow. I don't know. I can tell.
Jeff.
No. Disney's
Jeff.
live-action remake of Dumbo was released in what recent year?
Oh, 2019.
Yes. Kate Gosselin starred in the reality show John and Kate Plus What?
8.
Yes. How many feet are in 7 yards?
21.
Yes. And Steve, you get 9 correct. And you lose.
I knew it.
Scott got that perfect.
I could hear it in BJ's voice.
Yeah, I know.
Stupid cat.
Mr. Bigglesworth.
Yep, it's Mr.
Nice.
Bigglesworth.
I know we've talked about that.
I know, and that's why I keep doing that because you'll never remember.
No.
And I would like to answer with of course, the question that made the difference was done by our man Scott. Well done, Scott.
Oh, that's right. Good call on that, too.
Thank you.
Nice work, buddy. And of course, because of that, well, yeah,
Well, sorry for your loss there, Steve, but, I mean, you made BJ very happy.
Oh,
and that's what I'm here for.
yeah. That's
Today.
beautiful. You know, that just makes up for all of your 4-2 wins, you know, your 3-1 wins. And you're like, oh, I'm so great. I got 3 right. Yeah, well,
Dude, that was so
9
close.
did not be fine for you. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, it's not really
Your life.
sad. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, BuzzFeed just conducted a major poll because there's a lot of discussion, and as you know, there's huge discussion over Team Will, Team Chris. But, you know, there's another thing going on out there that's a huge controversy that I think might even be bigger than that. And that is what team bread you're on, okay? Like, what is your favorite bread? That's,
Benjamin's.
yeah. Oh,
$100 bills. Want some of that bread.
Oh, that kind of bread. I see.
gotcha. Yeah.
All right. Took me a little bit. I know that, like, Dave's got a killer bread. I was like, does Benjamin have a killer bread, too? All right. Yeah, BuzzFeed just did a big poll about bread.
It's got to be, the answer's got to be for everything sourdough, right?
Oh, it's the best.
It is number one. Congratulations, you picked it.
Good call, dude.
And supposedly it's the is it gluten folks can have sourdough bread or something?
Hell if
Yeah,
I
they
know.
can. My cousin is gluten intolerant, and she was the one that told me about that because of the way it is, like there's no real gluten in it, so she can eat it.
Which makes it a healthier bread. Because I mean, I from what I understand, I don't know if really a lot of us are supposed to be having bread at all. To be quite honest,
Hey, don't start some bread slander on this show.
Right.
well, sorry, buddy, I know, but I mean,
Bread does make you fat.
Yeah,
Dude, I know, and I think about that all the time. Like, why do I have to have such a love and obsession for bread-based things? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like pretzels, pizza. Yeah, absolutely. Just bread.
You don't want to know, man. It is It is when you take a look at. I read this book, Bright Line Eating, and done by this PhD person at the University of Rochester, and the delivery system of flour, sugar, and then you look at cocaine and opium, like all those powdery products. They're like the way they're refined and given to you in such a high dose. And of course, breads are made with all that stuff. And that's why we love it so much.
There's cocaine in bread?
Well,
that's why I snort it, Danny.
Snort that flour, Danny. Go get the brown sugar, Danny, and give yourself a high. So sourdough is the number one bread. White bread is comes in second at 33%. You know, every once in a while, there's nothing like a good white bread, peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I haven't had
You're
white
right.
bread in like decades.
You're right. Rev. It's been a
Literally.
while.
Wait, did you have the fluffernutter with us when Sarah made it? Because she just used basic
That's
Wonder
true.
Bread,
Yeah.
white bread.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that was. Okay, then yeah, that was the first and last time I've had it in a long time.
That's another great thing with white bread is fluffernutters, man.
I'm just gonna show how hungry I am because I'm like, I just would love like just like a simple white bread with like ham and cheese sandwich, some maybe a little mayo or mustard. Put it
Yeah.
in my belly.
Nothing wrong with that. Wheat bread comes in next for 3.
Where's pumpernickel on this?
Pumpernickel is number 6 on the list.
I feel like it's an
Really?
underrated bread.
Is that the really dark one?
Yeah, at the restaurant you get it.
The Outback. That's
Yes.
where they were known. That's when I was a kid. I used to
You're
go there,
right.
and they would give the loaf of pumpernickel, and I was like, "This is amazing."
And their butter was like, I felt like it was like it was like sitting outside for several hours because it was
Yes.
super melty.
Yeah.
I love that melty butter.
You and me both.
I will say this, though, and I used to make fun of my friend Amber, and I am so sorry, Amber, because she used to work for the Cheesecake Factory, and she always made me laugh when she said, you know, we're famous for our bread. And I'm
Yes.
like, well, I feel like you're famous for your cheesecake, aren't you really? Isn't that what you're known for?
No,
As
their
it turns out, no.
Their bread's amazing at the Cheesecake Factory.
I was completely wrong. And Steve, they sell it now. They sell Cheesecake Factory bread in the stores.
See, that's dangerous. Like, I don't mind, like, every once in a while enjoying it because I'm just going to the Cheesecake Factory. I don't go there all the time, maybe once a year. So it's like a treat. Having it around the house, oh, man, my wife will come home and it'll just be like an empty bag and me just sitting on the couch looking just full of just, like, regret.
Oh, yeah.
I ate
And
the
you're
entire loaf.
and you're so full before, and of course they've got that menu that's an encyclopedia. I don't know how they have all that food in there, but they do. And but you eat all the bread before it even comes, and you're like, oh, this was. Oh.
Yeah, well, how are you guys with that? Like, because when I'm with my wife, she's definitely been helped me be better about it because I'll just fall off the rails. If we finish the bread and they come over and like, would you like more bread? I'm like, yeah. It's like going to a Mexican restaurant. Would you like more chips? Yeah.
Always, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, if you come back and ask, I'm going to say yes.
But then I regret it because I just went nuts on just bread and chips.
That's why you have the doggy bag, so you can take your food home because you just fill up on the bread and chips.
Yeah,
I just
pretty much
power
all of us
down
are
all the
like that,
food.
though. 60% of Americans say they just go crazy on the bread. And Steve, my friend Josh, at that Mexican restaurant up in Everett that I just went to this weekend and still can't remember the name of it.
Wait, you just went there and you don't remember
just
the
went
name?
there. I know. It's
Why wouldn't you
so
write it
horrible.
down for us?
I just forget to. I don't know. I don't know if the sign is like in a place where my brain can see it. I know what the building looks like, but I don't ever remember a sign. It's near 4th Avenue somewhere. Look at the, 4th Avenue.
Look it up.
I don't know what to tell you. I feel horrible. It's like near 4th Avenue and somewhere near 99 maybe, and it's Mexican. I don't know.
Taco Bell.
I know my buddy Josh will probably Facebook me, and he did it before. He's Facebooked me before, and I was like, I don't know the name of this place, and I lost it.
Did you guys communicate and him say, let's meet at this place? Do you have any like paper trail of that? Or is it
No,
just,
we always drive from his house. So, I never even have to navigate.
does he
there.
blindfold you? He doesn't want you to know where this place
He
is.
puts a bag over my head because, again, he doesn't want me to figure out how to get there and back to his house. But you know what my friend Josh has added the bean dip, which means now you got the chips and the bean dip as an appetizer. Oh, and then you go and order the regular meal, and of course I have to eat everything in front of me. I need to get a to-go box and just stuff it right away, half with my food.
Totally, dude, yeah.
Yeah, and that way, then I'll finish everything on my plate and not feel like I have any more to have. Oh, so yeah, just total stuffing on that one. All right, so do you know 7% of people are not into toast? How can you not be into toast?
Terrorists.
It's like the most awesome thing in the world.
They should be on the do not fly list.
And 13% of people say they're not into putting butter on their bread.
Also
Talk about
terrorists.
Dry bread or toast. That's
Or maybe they put peanut butter or jelly on it.
Yeah.
Look, I don't have a
Or
problem
jam.
with that. That's fine, but come on, butter even makes like jam toast great. Oh, I mean, you get that sweetness with that buttery flavor when you have like jelly on your butter. Come on,
If
America.
it wouldn't make me look weird, I would probably just drink butter, man. I love butter.
You would drink butter. That's a healthy meal right there for you.
What's better?
Some people drink the eggs like Rocky. You'd be drinking butter.
Like when my wife, we make popcorn at night to sit around and have it, and like she'll pour a little butter on there, like the vegan butter she has. And I'm always like just scouring through like a little hunter trying to find the buttery popcorn because I just love butter that much.
So I'm guessing the bread is just like an avenue for you to consume the butter.
Pretty much, yeah.
Definitely. But I don't like butter on its own. It's funny though, or like vegetables. There's nothing that makes vegetables taste better than just taking a big slab of butter and melting on them. Seriously, if I got to have vegetables,
butter your
I'll just
carrots?
butter everything, dude.
Yeah, that's usually how you end up getting them in restaurants. Brown
Dude,
sugar
you
and
don't butter your carrots, dude? Oh, you're missing
I'm thinking
out.
about like actual like non-cooked carrots, like you slag.
Oh no, cooked carrots.
No,
dipping it.
No, that's
The
what
cold
that's
carrots
what-
get the ranch dressing.
Yeah, that's what ranch is for. Come
Get
on,
the celery,
Steve.
scoop some butter.
Okay, yeah. I will say celery is probably one of the only vegetables I don't put butter on. I don't know if that for some my brain doesn't want to go to celery for butter. But then again, if I have celery cooked, I don't even know. I guess I have it in some meals, but I don't know if it's there. I never think of like it. You never see somebody with a giant stalk of cooked celery like on a plate, right?
It's usually in soups that they put it in.
Yeah,
I'd
they
be
cut it up.
concerned
and
if
stuff.
somebody was like their favorite vegetable is celery.
Or if they cooked it and like served it to you, like they do like like cooked broccoli or cooked cauliflower, and there's just this stalk of celery that's like cooked.
We roasted our celery today specifically for you.
Here's some deep fried celery.
I Traeger my Danny, you got to try Traegering your celery. Tell me how that works out.
Smoked
Danny's
celery.
like, no, I'm not
Smoke
even-
your celery.
No, not a chance.
Danny, look that up on Urban Dictionary because I think either you're going to Traeger it, smoke your celery, Danny.
Jeez.
All right, now? Okay, fine. Hey, it is time for Listeners on the Loose. This is your opportunity to guide this show. Your opportunity to tell Danny to smoke his celery. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got your calls. We got your texts. We'll take those at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Listeners on the Loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What is it, man? What's on your bean? What's got you bothered? Well, whatever it is, make sure you follow Steve's rule when you call in.
What's on your bean?
Yeah, like the
flicking
bean, your bean, You know, you're thinking of, are you, seriously, you guys, with your minds in the gutter.
Are bad.
When you ever get, somebody hits you in the head, I got beaned, off the old bean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you never heard that?
No, I have. It's just that whenever I hear bean, I just think something completely different.
I know you do because you, sir, are a prevert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. So anyway, so make sure you follow Steve's rules.
Yeah, show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, you're going to get gonged, possibly on your bean.
Yeah.
And then we'll say goodbye to you.
Goodbye, old friend.
Yeah, whatever's tickling your fancy, whatever's tickling your... Well, never mind.
No more beans.
No more beans.
Okay. Yes. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
BJ, we have breaking news. A couple texters brought it up, and then Danny noticed as well to confirm it. But I don't know if you know this, but you're doing a lot better in life than you realized.
Yeah, you are.
Wow, what's going on? What's happening?
Danny.
You are now up an extra $3 million on your net worth. So you are now worth $15 million.
You mean, so what did we check it last year?
No,
we check it when we first heard about this?
Yeah.
We check it every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
'cause last
payday.
year.
We check on payday usually.
Yeah, so 6 months ago, at least, we checked to see what my net worth was. So what they're saying was, in that time, I went from $12 million to $15 million. Somewhere along that time, I got $3 million. I would like to know what business I'm in because it's obviously lucrative because people have had a hard time making a profit, doing a lot of stuff over the last couple of years.
Not you, apparently.
My favorite thing is if you dig a little deep with this net worth thing, if you click on it, it doesn't say anything about radio. It's got your producer, which is the Job Hunters web series.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was our friends that did that. You backed that and became a producer on that.
Did they make a lot of money and not tell me?
Maybe?
What if they did? What if they made
Wow.
not six figures, more than that, but like tens of millions of dollars.
Right. And then the other one was you're an actor on the 206.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you have your own IMDb page.
Yeah, look at that. Do I really?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I didn't make that myself. I didn't put myself on an IMDb.
Well, when you have
put my
15
picture up there.
When you have $15 million, I'll do it for $1 million.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen. If you know what? When I get my 15 million, Steve, I'll slide you $1 million. How's that?
Can you just go to the bank and show this website? And
I really should.
I would like to make a withdrawal of $15 million.
I feel like, I feel like my bank should be able to figure. Hey, BECU. Hey, Todd says I make $15 million. That's all you need to know. Hand it over.
Man, congratulations.
Yeah.
Gosh, that is the most ridiculous. What a ridiculous website.
I know.
I mean, if I had $15 million, I would not be here. I love you. I love the listeners, but not if I had $15 million. I'd love you from afar.
Well, that's just rude.
Dude, come on. I mean, it's at my age, $15 million. If I had that, I'm done. It's over. I'm going to just chill.
You say that. You would miss us.
You would.
Oh, well, I'll come watch. I'll come see you. When do you want me to come down? Come once a week, I'll come by and see you.
I'll pop on the Zoom call every once in a while and watch you guys. How about that?
I would take you to lunch maybe like at least once every 2 weeks if you were afraid I'd miss you. I'd go, guys, let's go to lunch, but I am not getting up.
Well, maybe you should take us to Doofers because we're getting. I love how every day we get texts with reviews of the burgers. Yeah.
If I had $15 million, I would take you to Doofers.
Well, so it's not sure if any of you guys went to Doofers yesterday for their Munch Madness, but they had what was it? Emily's Hot Burger.
Yeah.
We found out there was because both Emily's are hot.
Yes.
So we found that out.
And apparently Emily, the burger, is delicious. Nice. Said my favorite burger this month out of the 10 that I've had.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
They've had 10. Oh, man. And the burger did look pretty phenomenal.
We're
seriously,
Steve.
We only have done one this year.
Did the Emily's need that? I mean, they're already hot. And now that they need to have that the burger named after them is the best burger they've got.
Yes.
I feel like that is just too much for the Emily's.
I don't know if it was Emily that was our waitress, but if it was, man, she was cool as all hell. And yes, she deserves all the greatness.
Can confirm, yes.
Okay, well, I've got to get there. I've convinced my buddy who lives in Renton that the next time we go out, we're going to Doofers. He did not realize that they had as great food as they have, and he lives down there. He just didn't. He wasn't aware.
Was he living under a rock?
He said, I know of Doofers. He said, but I didn't know that they had the great burgers like you're telling me. He said, I didn't know about this.
There's only a couple more days left in Burger Munch Madness.
Yep.
They'll still have burgers there, though, right?
Yes, they will, but they won't have like these crazy concoctions until next year again.
Yeah. And today is the pork and green chili burger, which, God, I want to go so bad, but no one wants to go with me.
I want to. I just got stuff to do.
No. Yeah, Danny, so do I. Otherwise, I would go with you. That sucks, man. But unfortunately, I've got anything else that I could possibly, whatever.
Wow.
I
legitimately have things I got to do.
I got a root canal. That's it. Yeah, I got to get a root canal. And scrotal exam.
It's not my fault that you won't be enjoying a delicious burger then.
I know, Danny, but I can't get out of these. These are important things to do. And a colonoscopy too. I got one of those today too.
So
busy day.
Yeah,
well, you should eat a burger before you get that colonoscopy.
Yeah. That is always what they recommend you to do, is just have as much food in you as possible so that they have no obstructions and be able to see how you're doing over there. They love that. Yeah. There you go. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Hey, something to make you happy with those $15 million that you got, BJ. Somebody said Mod is releasing a key lime no name cake tomorrow.
Oh.
It's topped with sea salt, and it's amazing. I got to try one because my wife is the general manager.
All right, Joey D's, who's within earshot. We need to maybe make a plan to go see the Batman and then go to Mod afterward. Let's see if Joey's up for that. We got to figure that out maybe sometime next week. Because I haven't seen the Batman either, and that's our thing is Joey D's and I usually go to a movie, then we go to Mod Pizza. So now they got the key lime.
Yeah, is it a one-day only thing, or is this like something
No, come on, Mod.
I'm asking the question. I don't know if that's true.
All right, well, they got to give me more time. I can't get there today. I got the that colonoscopy and everything that I got to do. and I have to avoid Danny. That's really what I got to do.
Fine.
Wow, a key lime no-name cake.
Topped with sea salt.
I have to say this. There are other no-name cakes that they've done, they're okay, they're good, but still don't replace the standard, the genuine chocolate no-name cake.
Yeah, but it's worth a shot.
But this could do it. I've tried all the other ones, but this could do it. All right, Mod Pizza. Okay, I'm looking at you.
I have to give a quick shout out then if we're talking about different flavors. I don't know why, but it's weird. It's a stretch of a time.
You're going to give a shout out to a flavor?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to give a shout out to Bananas Foster.
Oh.
I don't know if it's a new flavor or not.
Give it a shout.
But Ben and Jerry's, they have now, we get the non-dairy one for my wife, and then I just have it as well because I think it's awesome. And the Bananas Foster non-dairy Ben and Jerry's is my now new go-to.
Do they have a dairy version?
I don't know. They probably do. I got to imagine. I don't think they make any non-dairy that's not already a dairy version.
I've got to get, that's a thing that I don't think I've ever had in my life is Bananas Foster. It's
bro.
like we got, the desserts that they do with that's the thing I miss at going to, like, I guess a decent restaurant is having those kind of desserts rather than, what we usually get when you go to other places.
That's what has to happen then at Snoqualmie Casino, because over at the Vista Prime Steak and Seafood, which I love that place for the steaks, of course.
Do they have?
Yes, and they do it right in front of you with the fire.
Okay, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a fact. I mean, I don't want to be so full that I'll be sleeping on the stage because I have important work to do.
Well, we don't get anything else. We just go in there and be like, we would like Bananas Foster, please.
Yeah, but I definitely want that.
Yes.
I got to try that. You're right. I probably should have just a salad and a Bananas Foster. That'll be great. Hey, can I have a salad?
You went to a steakhouse and just had Bananas Foster. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'll get a small steak. That you can do. Usually they have a small filet mignon that's reasonably sized. I'll do that, and then I'll do the Bananas Foster. I like this. This is a great plan.
It's all coming together.
Man, insulting Steve and a Bananas Foster and steak?
Yeah.
What a great evening. Really, April 15th is going to be the greatest. Usually tax day is not a good day, but this is a great day. Snoqualmie Casino Ballroom. Get your tickets. The Roast of Steve Miggs.
Only a few tickets
and Bananas
left.
Foster.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a great day for me. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got more of your calls, more of your texts, more talks about Bananas Foster. All coming up at 9:33 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone said earlier you guys were talking about impulse purchases or drunk purchases or whatever it may be.
Yep.
They said that they got 3 Kraken jerseys for the Wifeski and I. They all came in kid sizes.
Oh, that's why they were such a deal.
I put off returning them past the 90 days, so now my daughter's going to have nice jerseys to grow into for the next 10 years.
Oh, geez, that's so much money.
Dude, I almost bought a Mark Giordano jersey because it was $69.
Right? I mean,
oh, what is wrong with you?
What do you mean? He's the first captain ever for the Seattle Kraken.
No, it's the $69.
Yes.
That's right.
My wife had to be like, you don't need that. You already have a Kraken jersey. I'm like, you're right. But I don't have one that only costs $69.
Wow. I guess it's really good that she's around a lot of the times to just sort of help you with some of these questionable decisions you might make.
Yeah, I'm mad at Ryan Castle, speaking of the Kraken.
Oh, what did he do?
He texted me. He was doing a tour for work stuff at Climate Pledge Arena, and they give them, I guess, a full tour. And what does he do? He sends me a picture sitting in the Seattle Kraken locker room.
Oh,
that's all we wanted to do when Steve and I went last time.
Ryan got to do that?
And you know whose locker he was sitting in? Yanni Gourds.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I was like, I'm not a jealous man, but I'm very jealous.
See what happened ever since he got to be a manager. Look at that. All the perks now.
How cool is that?
Look at that.
He said I've seen the pictures. We've all seen pictures of what the locker room looks like, but it's just like that would be really cool to be able to see that giant lit up S in person.
Yeah.
Totally.
Although for me, I think getting a picture in the locker room would be cool. I know it's dorky, but I think Danny and I have talked about it off the air, but I would want to get a picture in the tunnel that they come out of with like that crazy blue lighting.
So cool looking.
Doesn't it look awesome?
It looks so cool.
I can see that, man.
Just rocking a Kraken jersey and just standing there all stoic.
Yeah.
That would be a sweet picture.
Yeah, man.
I mean, really, you should. You know what? You make that. You just take that picture and put it in your wedding pictures because I think that's a really cool picture. Just put it right next to your wife.
I'm with you, man. That's a great idea.
Just tell her, look, honey, got to make an adjustment.
The last Kraken game we went to, Steve and I think we were about one beer away from just trying to figure out how to get in there.
Like they won't get mad, I promise.
We got
you two guys are. You cannot be allowed to go to things by yourself.
Can you
You're
just
two
do
idiots
that?
are dangerous.
Can you do that after I go so we don't get collectively banned from there?
We're banning all of BJ and Migs.
Yeah, see, I don't trust it.
See, someone has to be there to wrangle both of you idiots in because Danny is a troll. He just any bad idea that he sees, he wants to basically just encourage everybody to do.
That is not true. I would participate 100% in this, so it's not just trolling anyone.
And I'm just a fan of bad ideas.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you know what? You're the kind of troll that you will actually participate just so the trolling can happen. Like you'll be like, oh, sure, I'll do it too. And you know what? It's still a bad idea, Danny. I don't trust either one of you.
I mean, I question. Maybe I shouldn't give this away for free, but I'm going to give this. This is. There we go.
Oh, you got a thing? You got some
Climate
wisdom?
Pledge.
Are you dropping a wisdom bomb on Climate Pledge?
I think this is a great idea for them, and they could
Okay.
probably charge a couple $dollars if they want, or they just provide
money.
this as like a fan service. And like different places have like little photo ops, like cool little like backdrops where it has like whatever, like the team logo, or Climate Pledge has like the plant wall. Create like a little spot that recreates that tunnel.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, look at this.
And then you can take a picture.
Oh, and I think I like the idea of charging, though, because I like money.
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer if they don't charge, but if they do.
Oh, well, I mean, look, you probably won't have to pay because it is your idea, but I mean, everybody else,
Probably charging that way the line won't be ridiculous all the time. Although I think
That's
after
the
a
key.
while, people they've got those pictures. Because there's like a lot of cool spots at Climate Pledge that would make for a cool backdrop. Like when Danny and I were sitting in the Mount Baker, it's not a suite, but it's like a section where you have to go through like an elevator, and that's where our tickets were that we ended up getting. But there was like a little sit down area where like the pizza place was and the bar, and it had like all this crazy like wall art like of octopus and other stuff. And we kept telling ourselves that we're going to take a picture in front of it, and we never did.
Well,
see, that's the spot. That's exactly what you're talking about. I bet they really designed it that way as part of that premium experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like the club seats at and with the Mariners. That's a nice section up there. I don't know if they have great wall art like the Kraken do, but that's the next level right there. Is you pay a little bit more to get those seats. You got your own area, and then you got sweet pictures you can take.
And let's be honest with you, I know you don't want it was me and it wasn't Steve, it was somebody else, but we got distracted by pizza, and that's why we forgot to go take the pictures.
Jim went there to take a picture, and then we got in line for pizza, and we weren't even planning on getting pizza, BJ. We already had chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
It's a very suspicious story to think that Danny got distracted by pizza.
Yeah, right.
I find that hard to believe.
So weird.
What's it called? The Ballard Pizza Company?
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
Sounds like a great name for a pizza company.
Rev, if you need a snack while you're at the Kraken game.
Sneak
Oh,
into
really?
the club
Okay.
section. Yeah, go there.
Like,
So for
I'm just gonna be eating I definitely got the chicken sandwich.
Yes.
That's
and
your
I
main
need some
food.
sort of dessert at some point too.
That's
like,
you get
pizza.
main course, dessert course,
pizza,
Pizza's the-
dessert pizza. Well, they do have dessert pizza.
I thought that was a snack, Steve.
Yes, you're right. Sorry,
Yeah,
my
so
bad,
you get,
BJ.
Yeah, so you got the pizza for
Mac
the
and
snack.
cheese for dessert.
Oh, the mac
There
and
you
cheese
go.
is obviously an appetizer.
yeah, totally.
All right, you got it covered, man.
They did have that one in that area, the Club Baker section. They did have like a whole dessert cart.
Yep.
There's your
didn't look
dessert
at
right
it,
there.
But it was like this
Unbelievable.
entire thing of dessert.
We were trying to eat
God.
healthy, so we didn't get anything
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
You know I would have. That would have been. I don't care. If you guys love the chicken sandwich, that dessert cart, I didn't know they had one. First time I go to a game, that's what's happening.
Oh, you
as
gotta
soon as
eat-
Danny buys tickets and takes me, I know he's promised.
I thought you had a colonoscopy that day.
I think I will cancel my colonoscopy if I'm going to get the dessert cart, Danny. I will tolerate you for a dessert cart. I will. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show.
Ooh, somebody needs some parenting advice.
Well, Steve, you're a parent. Danny's a parent.
I got
Vicky
cats.
is kind of a parent with her baby brother. And Rev, if you say you're a parent again,
I have
will.
2 cats.
He does.
Yeah, that is not the same.
Raised
thing.
them myself.
And unfortunately, you see how my children turned out, so I'm not too sure you want my advice. But hey,
Yeah, Rev, you might not be needed in this one, even with your cats that your parents have, because I don't believe cats have thumbs.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, this is a question they need advice when it comes to thumbs.
Oh.
what? Wow.
How do I get my 2.5-year-old to stop sucking her thumb?
Oh, you start sucking it.
Whoa!
That's what you do.
Aggressive.
My
Yeah,
husband,
you do that. The kid will be like, what is going on here? And you go, well, if you think it's a great idea and it's so cool, I want some. I remember somebody did that. I forget. One of my friends did that, and it actually did work. Like, his kid was just like, I'm done with all of this.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to test that theory out, but you know what? Hey, everyone parents differently, and who am I to judge? But they said, my husband and I are at the point where we have to get her to get over this habit. We don't want her to be mean to her, but at the same time, I've read about future dental problems. So yeah. Right now, our issue is like Tatum likes to grind her teeth, which drives Sid nuts. And I'm the dummy parent because I'm like, well, these are just baby teeth. Who cares what she does to them? And she's like, that's not how it works. Like, you don't want to build that habit.
No,
I was like, yeah, you're right. That's why you're the mom and I'm the dad and I'm the dummy.
Yeah, it's a tough one to know though how to get kids, because if you try to tell them not to do something, they go, oh yeah, well I'm going to do it because it's power.
Well, I sucked my thumb.
It's a tough one.
I do remember how my parents got me to stop. I was like 25 when I found
nice.
I'm kidding. But they put Band-Aids on my thumbs.
Oh, interesting.
And so when I tried, it just tastes so nasty, and I was too stupid to realize you could just peel the Band-Aids off. So I was just like, ugh. I don't want, and that got me to stop sucking my thumb.
I just have a feeling your daughter's a little smarter than that.
She is already, yes.
I was going to say, they have for people who are nail biters, it's like a nail polish, and you put it on your nails and it tastes really awful. So I'm thinking if you can just buy that, like either Amazon or somewhere, put that on their nail, and it just tastes gross. I mean,
and it's not toxic? All right.
It's meant to deter you from biting your nails. The one thing I have a problem with right now with my little brother is that he loves to pick his nose.
Nice.
And
what's wrong with that? I think that's the problem right there, Steve, is you're a parent.
No. It gets worse. It gets worse. Because nose picking, fine, whatever. And you're like, don't do that. He does it more. He then consumes it.
Oh, not nice.
And then likes to show it off. Like,
wow. Oh, geez.
And he'll be like, Vicky, nah. I'm like, oh, Jesus. And I looked.
Well, Vicky, stop doing it yourself, and then he will stop doing it.
Adult.
It is impressive that Tatum hasn't picked up on that habit, because I have to remind myself, stop, don't dig for gold. Your child is watching you. Like, I don't want to have her start.
Oh, yeah, that's because you'll get blamed. Your wife will know that it was because of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's, I don't know. You've got pediatricians, I suppose. They have the latest info. But, I mean, kids are just going to do what they're going to do, and hopefully they get out of it. I don't know with the sucking of the thumb. Because then if you give them, a binky or something, isn't that just the same deal where they're going to have teeth issues if they're sucking on something too long?
No, it's something to do with the way that they put their thumb in and like move their front teeth forward.
Yeah.
The binky's not as bad. However, if you were like me as a child, I had mine until I was about 5, and my mom basically had to hide them all from me.
She hid your thumbs?
Stop. Yeah, she did.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow. Well, I mean, there's that trick where it's like, I got your thumb. You ever see that little trick people do? So, yeah. Danny believed it's like, I lost my thumbs. All right.
Has Tatum ever, or your little brother, Vicky, have they ever sucked their thumbs?
Oh, Tatum sucks her thumb all the time. Right now.
Really?
Yeah, that's like she's big into that. She's big into that and just groping mom's boob. Like that's her comfort.
Well,
like,
like Steve,
stop
put her
just like her father.
Right? Yeah. And I'm like,
just like her dad.
Like this could get very awkward, like in public. If all of a sudden we're just somewhere and she just like reaches up, puts her hand down mom's shirt, and is just holding onto a boob. Like it's like I don't even know why she does it, but it's just like a comfort thing for her. She doesn't do anything. She's just holding it.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, dude, that's what us guys do when we hold ourselves. Boy, she is totally you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But why do guys put their hands down their pants just watching a show? There is there's something comforting about just, making sure like, all right, I got you guys. We're good. You're hanging out with the boys, as it were.
But here's the thing. She never liked a pacifier. We never used a pacifier. We tried, but she was just not down with the pacifier ever.
Well, maybe she needs a different Rock. Is it the Rock movie that did the pacifier?
Oh,
who did that movie?
Vin Diesel.
Oh, yeah. She needs a different
Get
Vin
your
Diesel
bald
movie.
guys right.
Yeah, come on, Baldus.
I don't know. Rock, Vin Diesel, Carrot Top. I don't know these people.
Carrot Top?
Yeah, exactly.
He's got hair. That's why he's called Carrot Top.
Right. I always confuse the three of those actors.
I got muscles.
Yeah. So she didn't do the pacifier.
No,
yeah, Lily never did either. She never did. I wanted her to because I think it's so cute when babies do that. But she wouldn't even do the thumb. The only thing she did for like a half a second was she would just use her pointer finger and she would suck on that. But then she stopped that like in a week.
That's very random.
Yeah, so
the pointer finger as opposed to the thumb.
Yep.
All right. Kids are just weird.
Who are we to tell which finger you want to suck on? I mean, really, at that point.
Yeah, she was a fingerist.
Yeah.
That's a word.
Sound right.
No, it surely didn't. Never mind. We'll be moving on. And meanwhile, DK Metcalf has still got the binky, so, I mean, it doesn't seem to be hurting him.
Right, and I hear he sucks his thumb as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's the guy's one of the best receivers out there, so I feel like let your kid go. They could play for the Hawks.
Dude, it's been funny seeing, like, other players on other teams just out and out being like, DK, come to our team. Like I saw a couple other players on different football teams tweeting at him, and I'm just like, man, no chill,
dude. I don't know. I just feel like what are our chances of actually getting into the playoffs and going anywhere?
100% chance.
But if we could really get an amazing package for DK, I am all for it.
Have you seen his muscles? I think we already have an amazing package.
Dude, I don't know, man. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously, if they get the right deal, they're going to deal anybody. Yeah, if they get the right offer.
100%. And I don't think anyone's going to be mad if... I don't want to see him go. I think he's a rare type of wide receiver, and I think he's going to be one of the greats. But, obviously, they're into this, like, we're not rebuilding, but really we are rebuilding mode. And I mean, if they could get more draft picks, I'm not going to be like, oh man, I'm done being a Seahawks fan because of that.
Speaking of the Hawks, did you see more info about Russell Wilson and the discord between him and Pete and that Russ Cook year?
I love Russ drama.
Yeah, so somebody did an article about how basically the Broncos are not going to repeat the same mistake that the Hawks did with Russell Wilson.
They're going to let him cook?
Yeah, they're going to let him decide what he wants to do with the offense. They're going to let him have as much input as he wants. And then they went on to say in the article that they gave Russ that ability in that year where Russ was cooking, which was the year before last, where he had the great first half.
Yep.
And then they basically said the Seahawks then took it away from him again when he started to stumble, when, he started having a couple bad games.
Couple interceptions, and then Pete shut it down.
Yeah. And so they are basically saying, that was also pretty much the beginning of the end when they took the reins away from him and didn't let him have input. And so a lot of people think that was when Russ was like, that's it. I thought you were letting me do this. You're not letting me do this. I'm out of here at the soonest possible thing. So we'll see who's right. Like, was Pete right to take the reins from him because maybe Russell can't cook on his own? Or will Russell be given free rein and be amazing in Denver? And, it seems like that's what they're going to do.
Man, oh man. We've talked about it so many times, and I wish that we will never get the honest truth from either side. But wouldn't it be amazing just to get that information, like to have like a great interview or documentary or article where it's full on from one of the, straight from Russ's mouth. It all went to the pooper when they started doing this, for him. Obviously there's two sides to every story and two perspectives or multiple perspectives, but from his perspective, what was that moment where he's like, I am done as a Seahawk?
And I believe, this is my belief, I think Pete was done with Russell when they paid him. Because then Pete's idea of how to play football was gone, because he's not get an amazing quarterback and put all your money towards him. That's not how Pete plays. He really wants, a strong running game and a strong defense. So putting all that money towards Russell, Pete will never say this maybe, but I think that's when he was done with the whole Russell Wilson thing. And, at some point you knew it was going to come to this. That's when I believe Pete was done, when they paid him all that money.
I just can't. I'm just ready for the football season.
Yeah.
Granted, look, I don't think the Kraken are technically out of the playoff run, so we can still.
They don't have an E next to their name yet. They're not. They don't have an E there yet, but it's getting close.
Now they're playing the role of spoiler though for L.A. and now Vegas is on the verge of either making it or not making it. So these next couple games against the Golden Knights could be fun for the Kraken. That's just F them over. Totally.
Yeah, this is their Stanley Cup playoff right here, playing against all these teams that are trying to get in.
Especially Vegas, because I feel like I would of all the teams, I probably hate Vegas the most right now if I'm a player on the Kraken, because the expectations everybody had was for us to be as good as Vegas in their first couple of years, and it was unfair. And I'd be like, screw them, and let's do whatever we can to F them over.
Oh yeah, and especially because they were our first game ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, of the regular season, it's like and
then they cheated kicking in that goal.
Exactly.
And everything went to the pooper after that. This was going to be a great year if that didn't happen.
And Steve, this is a dangerous time to play teams like that because everyone is playing for their life on the Kraken, because lots of changes are going to be made. And, the players want to be part of that and not be the ones that are changed. So
sure.
You hate playing against teams that are out of it. When you're in a playoff fight, because those
playing
guys
more
are playing
relaxed.
Hard.
Also, they're playing hard, but they're playing with less stress of we need to win. Now it's no one cares if we win or lose. Let's go out there and just do what we can.
Yeah, dude, this is the Kraken could probably have their best run of the season right now.
I'm okay for that.
Yeah,
it'd just be nice to see more than low 20s in the win column.
And of course, still.
Hey, at least we got to 20. We were afraid of that, dude.
We got that. We're there. We're 21, maybe.
There was a moment where I was like, they might not get to 20.
Yeah, I know.
And then what do? We trade the captain, and everything gets better.
Well,
so sad.
Sometimes you just got to let it go. Sometimes it starts at the top. All right, we have a question that has to be answered. Speaking of Ryan Castle and his fancy ways getting in locker rooms, what do Ryan Castle and a metal detector have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:50. I'll make that actually 9:52 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a metal detector have in common?
Oh, metal makes me go off.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, actually. I like that.
Actually, like you're surprised. They're always good.
Yeah, well, always is a strong word, sir.
I'd say most 99.9% of them.
Oh, hey.
I agree.
Look
That's
what you
right.
did there, you two. Well, we got a stranger with a metal detector who came to the rescue of a British couple who lost their engagement ring just moments after getting engaged.
It's a sign, dude. Run.
Yeah, that's a good point. I love this.
That's
That
the universe telling you something.
metal detector hero. How about usually you see those guys on the beach and you go, oh, look, even me, and I'm a loser, and I go, well, I think that guy might be a bigger loser than me. But turns out the metal detector dudes came in and did the job because Joe proposed to Becky. They were on the beach near where they grew up. They thought it'd be romantic, and then they're like, where the hell did the ring go? And it fell in the sand. They couldn't find it. Joe went to buy a metal detector for on sale, but that didn't work. And so he had to go to a metal detecting club and get help from them. And Mark came by and said, I'll help you. And yeah, in minutes, he found it because he had the real strong metal detector.
Is Mark invited to the wedding?
He should be. He really should, man. 'Cause
I
you
agree.
know-
I agree. Oh, open bar.
Yeah, the ring bearer, yes.
Yes. Ring boy, as I like to call him.
Ring boy. Hey, who's your 12-pack boy? Oh, that's Ryan Castle. And he's next.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
Chris Hemsworth apparently keeps his fake penis from the movie Vacation. Well, now he has that on his mantle next to his Thor hammer, as it were.
Do you decorate it for the seasons?
Yeah.
Dude,
Hell yeah, you put some tints on that?
Santa hat.
Etsy has a whole bunch of little hats you can buy for things like
Like
that.
a top hat.
You can get a top hat.
How much is that going for?
$13.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hey, my birthday's coming up, guys.
For Halloween, I could be Axel and Slash.
Oh, nice.
BJ and Migs mornings on The Rock 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. If I call Travis, will I actually see him or someone who works for him?
Absolutely. When you come in to see my office, when you first call in, my staff will try to help you with any basic questions that you have. I can give you a call back, but they'll usually try to schedule you for a free consultation with me, the attorney, and I'll meet with you personally. We'll talk about the basics of your case, and I'll take you through a question and answer session that an interview that usually lasts about 30 minutes. We'll get the basics of your financial situation. I can answer your questions, and we can talk about whether bankruptcy makes sense, your non-bankruptcy options, and how bankruptcy could affect you, what the process is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.